Ready? This is 5:31. We will have to start now. Yes, last week we talked about the benefits we enjoy from cargo insurance. Yes, the 2 weeks ago we started on marine insurance, and we talked about the different types of marine insurance. We said categorically we have marine oil and marine cargo. So last week we dealt more on marine cargo, and we talked about the benefits the owner of the cargo, that is, if you want to import or you want to export your goods from Nigeria to maybe China or India or America, you, the owner of those goods, what you stand to enjoy when you effect insurance, when you put that cargo, when you effect insurance upon your cargo, when you sell your goods. And now, aside that, we say yes, it's a compulsory, it's one of the requirements if you are doing international business. But the aside that it's compulsory, the benefit that you stand to enjoy as the owner of the cargo, and we dealt about it. Today, we want to look at how is freight insurance different from cargo insurance. A lot of people they take it, the freight insurance, cargo insurance, they take it as if it is one. Some people don't know what exactly is the difference between freight insurance and cargo insurance. When people just hear about it, they just think, oh, it's marine insurance, yes, and that's all. So we want to look at, we'll be looking at the difference, how is freight insurance different from cargo insurance today. So just like I told us last week, we have dealt about cargo insurance. We know that cargo means load, those goods, that you want to export. Maybe you want to export your all this our local foods. We always hear that, oh, this local foods, this Nigerian local food, they are selling very well in Nigeria, in America or in UK. So maybe you want to go to those the way you have packaged it, to make it look attractive and to, because it has standards that you must follow. So when you have those things packed, those are the cargo. Now, what is freight? Freight is the logistics, the mode of transportation, how you move the good. Apart from packaging the good, how the means of transportation you use in taking the good to the country you want to take it to. Maybe through marine, which is maybe through ship, which is marine freight. I have some. If you're in this room, you see you have my screen on the you have my slide on the screen, and I have different modes of the freight. That is the means of transportation is the freight. In the marine, it is the freight. That is I have with me the trucking, the air cargo, the rail freight, and the ocean freight. That is those means of transportation. If you are, that is what is called freight. If you are transporting it maybe within the country, you use the truck. You use the truck, but if you have to pass it from one country to another, maybe begin to look at, okay, the train, the ocean, the air, and all that. So that is the freight, that is the logistics, the transportation, the mode of transportation from moving your goods from one country to another. I believe we understand what I mean by freight now. So, and I said we have talked about the cargo, which is that load, that goods, that package. So now we want to say, how is freight insurance different from cargo insurance? Now I have it. Okay. After this, I said we try to differentiate the freight and the cargo. I said the freight insurance is actually meant. I'm sorry, my slide, my The freight insurance is actually meant for the carrier, the freight forwarder. That is the people that the transportation company that carry your load. That is what that is who the freight insurance is meant for. While the cargo insurance is meant for the owner of the goods. It's meant for the owner of the goods. Now I have the different that the cargo insurance, who does the cargo insurance protect? The cargo insurance protects the owner. That is, you maybe as an importer or as an exporter, maybe you want to import, let's say electronics, for example, or you want to, okay, let's just say electronics. Maybe you are importing it from China to Nigeria. When you pick up a cargo insurance, if you pick up freight insurance, it's not for you. So the cargo insurance, you want to protect your insurable interest is on your cargo, on your goods that is coming in. So the cargo insurance protects the owner of the goods. I believe we can relate to that. Whereas the freight insurance protects the carrier, we call them freight forwarders. The mode of transportation you use, that just okay, let me domesticate what I'm trying to say. Maybe we are talking about our goods in transit also. Like when we're discussing about goods in transit, you want to move your goods from Lagos to Ibadan, for example. You may not necessarily be the owner of the vehicle you are using. I believe we understand. So, your interest will be on your good that you want to move. So, the insurance you will take will be to cover your good. Whereas the owner of the vehicle will be concerned more on his own vehicle to take the insurance of his vehicle. So, that is how it is. So, the cargo insurance is for the goods, while the freight insurance is for that mode of transportation that you are using. Now, the cargo insurance provides full cover on the goods. We talked about cargo last week, is that when you pick up cargo insurance, it provides the full cover. How do I mean? Maybe if the good is damaged, the good is stolen, anything happens to it's an all risk and all encompassing cover that you have on your good, on your goods when you pick up cargo insurance. But if the freight insurance will not cover your goods as the owner of the goods. It's only because when the freight forwarder pick up a freight insurance, I told us the major interest to cover its own that mode of transportation is using. So the part of your good that will be covered would be minimal, and it is weight. It's just a fractional part of your good that will cover. So that is why, and the next one I said it is required. Cargo insurance is actually required, just like what we discussed last week, that it's part of the documentation. So it is required because the international trade, the custom, everything, they want to ensure that the goods is well protected. So that one is required, but the freight insurance is not so. It's not covered. It is at the discretion. The freight insurance is at the discretion of the owner of the maybe the ship, or the owner of the plane, or whatever the means you are using to convey your goods. So it's not required. Then the material damage, the cargo insurance speak to the material damage and all risk cover. How do I mean? The material damage in case the good is damaged, or it is destroyed, or it is stolen, or it is maybe one peril or the other, or it's all encompassing. But the freight insurance it speaks to the liability of the owner of the maybe the ship or the plane, or it's like a liability thing that, okay, maybe due to maybe the negligence or a liability risk is what freight insurance cover. I believe we can see the difference. But to a lay person, no, everyone we just, oh, it's marine insurance, but there are lots of things. There are lots of, cargo insurance is different from freight insurance. So if what concerns you as an exporter or an importer is to pick up a cargo insurance. And the cargo is not only for maybe, you have just like the picture I have for us on my first slide. I said, the cargo can be maybe your rail cargo, your air. It depends on the means of transportation you are using. With that more on marine cargo last, because we were looking at the ship or the ocean as the ship as the means of the transportation. So if it is air you want to use, if it is the airplane you want to use, that cargo is air cargo. And if it is train, is rail cargo or train cargo. Do we understand? So the means of transporting the goods is what speaks to what type of the cargo you have. And as the owner of the cargo, of the goods, you pick up cargo insurance. Why the owner of the means of transportation you are using pick up freight insurance? But generally, we always say, oh, it's marine insurance. Some people may not even know that they are not covered. Maybe they will just say, oh, the logistics company I'm using, okay, yes, they have insurance. You may not even seek clarification whether it is the cargo insurance they have picked for you or because at times, all these things, you may not handle it yourself, but just contract it out to your agent. You may not know the detail of what has been done for you if you are not a thorough person. But if you are a thorough person, you want to know that you are covered and you ensure that you have done your due diligence. Because international businesses, they are not even for small boys. International trade is not for small boys, it's for serious business people. Do we all understand? So all these things are very, very important. So let's look at how to make a claim. Let's say a claim has occurred now. You are an international business person. We always hear this. It's not I'm fighting our Igbo people, our Igbo friends. We always say my container. Yes, as my container landed and all those things. Because they are more. Most of them are into all those importation and exportation business. So when you hear that maybe your container, capsized, let's say at the highway or at the high sea, do you understand? It's not the time for you to capsize with it or to end your life with it and say, oh, you are in debt and everything. If the needs have been done, if the right thing has been done at the right time. Just like we always know that insurance, it is not when you need insurance that it speaks for you. You pick up insurance at the time you don't need it, when the claim has not occurred. Because when the very time you now need it, you don't get to have it. So it is when you have started your business or the processing, you want to do your importation or your exportation, at those initial stages where you would have secured that, oh, you have valid insurance, you have the right form of insurance for your goods that you are importing or exporting. Do we all understand? Sorry, can you hear me? Like I'm out of the...
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. I thought, because I'm not seeing myself, I thought I'm offline. So how do we make claim? Okay, but can you see my slide? Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So how do you make a claim? Once you hear that maybe your goods has been hijacked on the sea or has capsized, I said that's not the end of your business or that's not the end of your life if you have done the needful. So you only need to report the claim. When it's occurs, you report it to your broker. You know, that is why you need your broker when you are doing all this. When you want to, effect your insurance, you give it to the professionals that knows how to go about it for you. You don't need to be the ones to run around. No, you don't need to begin to run scatter. You only need to report it to your broker. Then your broker takes it up from there. It's your broker that will do all the documentation, whatever is required. Your broker relates to you to get all your papers, all your, all the details of the goods and everything. You know, you get everything. You get your broker only picks information from you and prepare your claim documentation and forward it to the underwriter. It is as easy as that. It is as simple as that. It is when you don't know how to go about it that you think, oh, it is equivalent, it is rigorous. No, that is why you have your broker. When you effect an insurance plan, when the claim occurs, you don't need to leave the comfort of your home or your office. You don't need it. That is why you have us at your beck and call. That's why you have your brokers at your beck and call. So your broker prepares your claim documentation and send it to the underwriter. Then the underwriter steps in, investigate the claim, get to know that do the survey, and once the process is done, the adjustment is done, the underwriter adjusts the claim, and the payment is done. The payment is done. So that is why when I was starting, I said, no, if you do not do the right insurance, that is when there will be issue. But once you understand, you do the right insurance, you cover the necessary peril that you need to cover. Then when claim occur, insurance is in the business of underwriting risk and settling claim. Those are the two things in insurance industry is meant to do. Insurance industry is in the business of underwriting risk and settling claim. So when claim occur, you as a insured, you don't need to go helter-skelter. You don't need to even visit any insurance company. Once you have done the needful, you have placed your risk through your broker. So your broker does all the documentation, does all the needful, all whatever is needed to be done. Your broker does it for you, and your claim is settled. So when I hear people and say that they say, oh, insurance don't pay claim, I wonder the means through which they are processing their claim. If you process your claim through your broker will ensure that your claims are settled. I believe it all relates with that. So what have we discussed today? I have just put us through the difference, how is cargo insurance different from freight insurance. So because we all just think, oh, marine insurance, everything is just marine. No, there are differences. Yes, there are similarities because yes, they are both insurance, they cover risk and all that, but we have been able to look at what are the differences and who needs cargo insurance, who needs freight insurance. I believe we can all relate with that. So let me pause now. Let me see if I have anyone who wants to contribute or who wants to ask questions, so that you can attend to that. Do I have any? Hello, ma.
Okay, good evening once again, madam.
Thank you, ma. Good evening, ma.
Thank you so much for the enlightenment and the good lecture you have given to us.
Thank you, ma.
Exposure again.
Yes.
I've been able to decode from you the difference between cargo and freight insurance.
Yes.
That the cargo insurance is done by the owner of the goods, while the freight insurance is not like the carrier.
Yes, yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's assume I, as the owner of the good, I have done the due diligence, I've done the right thing I'm supposed to do, I've done the insurance and all of that. And then am I supposed to see to the fact that the carrier also does an insurance? Because, well, okay, let's say something happens to my good. Let's say I want to send, I want to export some consumables to UK, and in the process, something happened. Maybe a container got lost on transit. So, which of the insurance is it cargo or the freight insurance that will be responsible to retrieve to lay the claim?
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes. Your cargo, because that's why I said the cargo is what is required, because it's the one that has the full cover. So your cargo will speak to that. Your cargo insurance will speak to that. But if the insurance, no, you would have been settled. No? There's what we call subrogation principle in insurance. So your underwriter will settle you and compensate you. You have your financial compensation on your cargo that is lost or that is damaged. But if the investigation now reveals that it is the negligence, yes, it is the negligence of the carrier, then there will be a subrogation right. The underwriter will subrogate against the carrier. So that one is not your own headache. Your own is that and the underwriter has settled you. But if underwriter discovered that the fault is actually the negligence of it is the liability of the freight forwarder, then there will be some subrogation right instituted against the freight forwarder. And that is why it is necessary for freight forwarder to have his own insurance. So imagine if that freight forwarder does not have insurance, it means when your own insurer that has settled, if they subrogate against him because it is his negligence, it means they have to cough it out. But if he has his own insurance, they do not be, no, they will not settle themselves. I believe you understand it. So
yes, madam.
Yes.
So in a nutshell, once I, as the owner of the good, does a cargo insurance, I shouldn't bother my head if
the freight forwarder
or not, whether or not the carrier does it.
No.
Okay, it's not my business.
No, it's not. It's not your business, man. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
I really appreciate that question. Yes. I don't know whether I still have another person who wants to contribute or who wants to ask question, but at least from what we have learned today, we've dealt more about the marine insurance that we started three weeks ago. So no, marine insurance is under special risk, and it attracts international interest because it's for international trade. Because just like when I was introducing this topic 3 weeks ago, I said there is no economy that is viable and sustainable, a closed economy. Every healthy and viable economy operates an open economy. And how do I mean by that? That is, when you open, whatever, however rich or wealthy you think you may be, whatever you are producing in your country, you will still need to sell out some, and you cannot have everything produced also in your country. You still need to bring some from other countries. Just like as human beings, we don't exist in isolation. We always need ourselves. So that is how economies are. Economies of the world of countries are. No country, no viable economy of a country survives on a closed economy. So the economy has to be open. So there must be importing and exporting activities in the country. So that is what led us. So that is what
recording in progress.
That is what led us to that was how I opened this marine topics when I started this 3 weeks ago. So I believe at least we've been able to gain one or two things from today's meeting. And do I have another person who wants to add to it or contribute? So in the absence of none, I cannot see anyone. I want to appreciate everyone. I want to appreciate those of you watching me on live and those of you who is in the room with me. I want to say thank you for always taking out your time to out of your busy schedule to attend this meeting, and even those that will still watch this program, because whatever is on air, people can watch it at any time, and you wouldn't say you can't tell how far the broadcast will go. So even those that will get to hear or to watch this video, I want to appreciate you ahead of time. And I know that whenever you are in need of insurance or you have anyone that needs insurance, kindly always reach out to me. Grace Ojo blog. When you get to once you even type Grace Ojo blog, you see interactive session on it. And when you get to YouTube, once you type Grace Ojo, you see interactive session with Grace Ojo. You can click on any of it. You get my contact is all over in the social media. So if you need any insurance business, kindly always reach out to me. My number is 080-269-406005. So you will always be well attended to. So I want to say thank you. Let's meet again next week, same time. Same time next week, that is between 5:30 and 6 every Wednesday. We have this program every Wednesday, and I believe, just like I said when I started this meeting, I said the purpose of the objective of this meeting is to bridge the knowledge gap in the insurance industry. And you will agree with me, for over one year and 4 months now, we've been talking about insurance, be enlightening ourselves, and whoever says he does not know about insurance because he has not been able to reach out to my YouTube. Anytime you can get to my YouTube and you see all this stuff, the previous topics we've discussed, and I mean, at least you will learn one or two things. And anytime you even need any question, you can always reach out to Grace Ojo blog, info@graceojoblog.org. You can always reach out to me. Once you type Grace Ojo on the internet, you will see interactive session with 30 minutes interactive session. You will see Grace Ojo on the internet. So anytime you need information about insurance, kindly always reach out to me. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next week, same time next week, that is Wednesday, between 5:30 and 6 p.m. Do have a great evening. Thank you,
yes,
everyone.
Well done.
Thank you,
ma'am. Great evening.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So, see you. Bye-bye.
Recording stop.